Okay, I'm putting together the last 20 videos or so of North for Sylvia and Brother Sanchez videos that I'm doing. And I got it set up with a couple different lights as I've been explaining to people. And what I did is I downloaded some photographs of the moon on the internet, just so you can know that you can go anywhere and do this. It's not, no one's hiding this from anyone. Just download, cut them out, and I'm putting some light behind them, in front of them, trying out different lights. And it's working well. I'm getting a really good visual on what I see in my own view. When I'm looking up in the sky, I can see with the lights when I'm turning them on behind and in front, and that's what I want to go through and show you now. And anybody can do this. This is for anybody. It's not just for Brother Sanchez. So this bulb here, I don't even know what the K rating is on this bulb, but it's a red bulb. I'm going to put a 2700K on in a little bit as I'm going through these 20-minute videos. I don't even know if that's long enough right now for everything that I'm going through. I do have some, I believe they're probably 6500Ks up in the ceiling that are on. And I've got a 5500K to my left that I'm going to go ahead and turn on whenever I'm ready. But right now, just with the red light bulb on behind this. Now, I was pointing out in other videos, I can actually flip this just like and have the reverse image, just like what my videos that I've been showing everybody. So, printing this out on thin, cheap paper seems to be a good idea. Because it can go both ways and do this. My point to this is that the systems does not see any forward, reverse, doesn't see any backwards, doesn't see anything left or right, up or down. The system doesn't work that way. That's all human construct. So I'm just working different angles with this in my hand, just a printed photo. The slower I move, the better it is for you, obviously. Maybe you'll catch some of the larger ones, some of the smaller ones when I bring them in and out. When I change angles, you get things more clearly, which is what I'm trying to explain about the light and why I'm not able to, the daytime moon's not as good to look at. The imagery's not as clear. And I'm learning why by doing this. And it confirms a couple things. It confirms that there is a light coming from behind the moon. There is a light back there, light source. And the heavy metals that make up the moon, the circle on the moon, are different than the ones from the sun. And then when the ones from the sun come in and hit, like for example right now, boom, I just hit it. See what's going on? See what happens when I change up my light? Now if I could reach the wall from here, I would be able to change it up again. Because the wall switch is working the lights above my head in the ceiling. And then, of course, this going on, this clockwise rotation. I keep saying clockwise position when I make videos, so sorry. My mind is freaking flying. Clockwise rotation in the veil as it goes around. That's why when I do the 360s on my telescope, I'm kind of doing the same thing. Light is coming through at a different way and casting different shadows. That's why when I'm putting this way on one thing, you're going to grab certain imagery, right? And then if I keep on that same imagery and turn it the total opposite way, okay, so I'm going to keep going back and forth with him so you see what I'm saying, so I can get you up close to him. And I'm going for this big one. His nose is right here, his eyes, mouth. But that's why, that's what's going on. And then watch. So if I add light, watch what's going to go on. So if I add the sunlight, and then I change the angle, because that's coming through, right? It's coming through. Turning like this. And I'm only seeing about a quarter of a turn in my line of view. Yeah, this is great. Wonderful. I also put foil under there too, so I can throw some light around a little more evenly. See, that looks like glasses as well. Those look like glasses. I don't like seeing that. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Those are glasses, sorry. We're gonna try something here. I'll have to go back to it. So if I let some of the red through. Okay. I'll try something else with the lights. Okay, I'm going to point out a couple things as I'm going along. By the way, I just changed my lighting. I put my red bulb to my right of me. I have no light behind me, just a little glare going on from the aluminum foil. And I have my 5500K in the ceilings, and I also have an aquarium bulb. And I'll be shutting them off and turning them on and looking at things. Okay, possible bodies that I'm looking into one would be this rodent here. Okay, it would be a paw, a paw, a paw, and a paw. If this gets confirmed, I haven't really looked into it that deeply yet, but I'm going to start and coming in at all different angles. And I know it's image within image, so I understand these are all images in here. I understand that, but when I'm back at this distance, I want to see if I can make out several different bodies, because that's one of them. Also, there's this one. There's this one here. She looks like she's probably going to turn out to be feminine. Her face is right here. Eye, nose, and mouth, right, of her face right here. Small neck, shoulder coming down like this, arm coming down this way, comes back up, goes this way. Comes back up this way. I can't see nothing down here. It would end right here at her ass, right here. Okay, and her belly comes up this way. Two different breasts, depending on which way I look at her. Either these small breasts or this cone breast, pointy cone breast, which I pick up the other way as well. I pick up coming this way when I start turning her. Watch. Okay, so she might turn out to be a full body image, which is very rare. Yes, there are a lot of images within it. I understand that. But I'm getting pretty good at picking this shit out. And when I'm seeing, I have to look into it. So I just want to mention it as I go along. And coincidentally, there's another one. Now again, reverse telescope. If I was to reverse this telescope, I'd have to put the light behind it. Alright, forget it for now. But if I put the other photographs from the reverse telescope in the same area, I also have a canine in here, and I'm having a hard time catching it in the regular telescope. I have to look around. But since we're in here right now, I'll just point out to you this. Alright, so we're in that same area. There she is. I'll get her for you, alright? So now I know at this distance I'm going to get these certain things. Like the other one was a fish. I was looking at the other day, could be a fish. And at that certain angle it looked like a fish, but it looked like a one-dimensional, not very clear for me to see. Just kind of like this. I'm making this out, but I have to be certain that this is not me just seeing what I want to see. I'm going to have to get more detail than this in order for me to believe that, because nothing else I've come across so far out here looking around has had bodies. The imagery is usually face within face within face. You're lucky if you get a neck and a little bit of a shoulder. So the moon seems to be the only place that I'm picking up full body imagery. It's still the feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast, but full bodied. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing you in here in the same area, because that's her right there. I'm just bringing you into her body to show you that I totally understand that each one of these things is going to, there's her chest area, right, with the cone. When I go in on it, I can get the rest of the imagery out of it. And I can get it a lot better all different ways. It depends on what direction I am. I can also start messing with light. And I'll see her more clearly. I'm starting to get the feminine look of her face over this way. So let's see. Yeah, see? I'm backing her back up a little bit. Oh, I think I'm going to catch my canine too, coming around this way. Now, I'm so familiar with all this imagery, I already know. Because remember the other video I was just doing the other day, I was showing you this is the upside down Kraken. I know every image that this turns into so far as I'm turning. Watch. This is how easy this is to get to know the system. Just give your eyes a second to adjust. And this is also how I know that there's no upside down, backwards, left or right, or reverse or forward, or any of that shit in the real world. This is how I know that, because of what I'm doing right now. This is how you can know it for yourself. There is no upside down. There is no... Okay, so what I'm doing right now is proving to you there's no left, right, backwards, upside down, forward. Watch. I'm going to do the full turn, and then I'm going to do another turn, and then start turning again, if I can. I'm turning kind of fast, actually, but hopefully you're catching all this. Okay, I'm almost back. Staying right in that same area. Tell me when I get back to him. I don't remember where I started. Hold on. Wow, there's a lot of them. I'm not back to it yet. I'm still going. Almost there. There we go. Okay, so that's where I started. So you see all the images, I can do all the way around that, right? Now I'm going to do this next part. I'm not going to pause because I want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put a light down here. Okay, it's the same dude. Same image, I should say. I don't want to get sarcastic. So it's the same image. Okay, I can do the same rotation with that light behind. Same results, right? It's every little turn. So, I mean, it's bang, 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 bang. Every little turn, you just got to let your eyes adjust and you're going to catch more and more imagery. It's every which way. That part's impressive, but the next part's just as impressive. We can go all the way around. We'll keep getting image within image. I think I see another body image. A small one. Okay, I might see another device, possibly. Yeah, and his hands are definitely involved in this one too. So I'm going to be able to get some tracing done, and this is going to tell us a lot. This is going to tell us a lot about the moon. In clouds, I thought I saw some fingers the other day, and I couldn't confirm. But I'm starting to see a lot more of what might possibly be. Oh, yeah. Yeah, body imagery as part of the imagery. Still image within image, still face within face, but the faces make up. Okay, so that's okay. I gotta look into that though. What was I gonna do now? I was over here, and I wanted to show you. I wanted to flip it. That's what I was gonna do. Let me come back and get back to him. Where was he? Right here was the one I started on. Okay, so right here I started on him right here. So let me put my finger here. So I can try to get to him here. Okay, I gotta find him on the other right. In the right spot, yep. You see what I'm doing, right? That's what I'm saying. There's no reverse. There's no backwards. There's no upside down. There is no forward. There is no left or right in this system. All human constructs. Fucking amazing. I'm just doing 360s and staying in that area. This is kind of 27 minutes. Oh shit. Alright. Holy shit, that went by fast. Alright, I'll be back. By the way, this is just photographs of the moon. I'm looking at the reverse side of the photographs of the moon.